Are you wondering how to design StreamYard graphics because you are not a Canva expert? Well, if that is you, welcome, because today we created a show just for you so that you can learn how to create StreamYard graphics, even though you are not familiar with Canva, or perhaps you're not an expert in Canva. Let's say you're not an expert. You are familiar, but you're not an expert, okay? Let's say that. And today, I am waiting for Dorothy Erlanger. I send you a link. Please make sure to look either on your Facebook direct message or on your email to join me as one of my guests, because Dorothy will be joining us as we are covering together how to create some StreamYard graphics. And if you want to know how to create StreamYard graphics on Canva, this is the place. This is going to be short and to the point, and we're going to do it quickly and easily so that you can feel confident. So make sure you log on to your Canva account now. And if you don't have Canva, you can get Canva for free as a trial. And if you don't have Canva, don't worry, we can also offer you a special Canva deal because we work with Canva and we are also partners and promote Canva. So we'll be sure to get you going with Canva. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing with you right from our Canva page how you'll be able to create these Canva graphics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log right into Canva and I'm going to show you a little bit about how to create these Canva graphics for StreamYard. And by the way, it'd be great if you can join us. So you have to allow StreamYard to be able to put some thoughts and some comments in the comments and I can broadcast them. So let me go ahead and invite Dorothy Erlanger, one of our guests. Hello, Dorothy.
Hello, how are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me in this special training that we're doing because everyone can benefit from leveraging this awesome tool that we're using today called StreamYard, which is awesome when you want to go live on any and all of your Facebook pages, your Facebook groups, as well as your YouTube. And if you have LinkedIn capability of going live, it would allow you. So it allows you many things. And today we're going to talk about how to leverage Canva graphics for creating in StreamYard, even though you don't know Canva, or maybe you're not good at Canva. So before we get started, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Dorothy Erlanger, and I am your virtual event producer, whether you're using Zoom or other platforms. I let you do what you do best, and I do the rest.
And that is so true. Dorothy, for all of you that are speakers that put together events and that are wondering how are you going to manage the back end, especially on a virtual, I will tell you what I discovered because just tomorrow it'll be a week that we had the 2020 Bizniversity Speakers Growth Summit, and it was our first big virtual event. And I will tell you that I could not have done it without the help of this powerful woman. Because number one, she is a professional speaker on her own right with much experience. And number two, she is truly a professional at putting together virtual events, which, by the way, I discover, in my opinion, they're actually a bit more difficult than you might think, and in my opinion, even more difficult than live events. That's just my opinion. So if you're out there putting together an event and are wondering how are you going to do it alone, you don't have to. You can reach out to Dorothy to help you to be able that you as a speaker look your best and let her do the rest. Did I get it right, Dorothy?
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. And so today I want to thank you for joining us. And what I'm going to do, and just so that you know, I'm going to do a screen share, and hopefully I'm going to do this right because this will be the first time to do screen share with two speakers. So I'm going to go ahead and log on, and I am already logged on to StreamYard, and I'm going to select a screen. And here it drops down and it tells me I have a choice of which screen I want to share. And I am selecting, and I did it right. And by the way, you'll see me looking to my right. That is because I have another monitor that I'm looking as I'm creating this Canva. And so I will tell you that I have the upgraded Canva, not the free, because I'm also an affiliate and I promote Canva. So if you don't have a Canva, don't worry, look at this video and then you can send us a message. I'll send you my affiliate link if you want to get it. I believe we have a discount for anyone who's interested. First of all, so I kind of cheated a little bit in that I already have these here to show you. Let's begin. And what I want to show you today is really two graphics that you want to learn how to do in Canva for StreamYard. And the first one, and I'm going to pick, is the StreamYard thumbnail, which, you know, the thumbnail is that image that you want to appear. You've heard it when you do YouTubes, that you should have a thumbnail. So this is the thumbnail that I created in advance that I wanted to have people see when I posted and announced that I was going live. Therefore, the first thing I want you to remember is the size. So the size of this, which will be the same thing when we do the overlay is what you see here, which you see the Bizniversity, there's like an arrow, and also the Live Biz TV logo, which am I pointing, it's actually here. So all those things are part of the transparent overlay, and I'm going to show you this. And of course, the reason why I named this title the way it was, for those of you who are not Canva expert, is because, disclaimer, I do not claim to be a Canva expert. I am a marketer and I use this tool and I want to share it with you. Good enough? Yes?
Can I ask a question quickly?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Does Canva provide you with a size template for StreamYard?
It does not yet. I am sure that they will in the future. And that is why I wanted to make sure people knew that the size is 1280, as you see right here, by 720, which is the first thing that I want people to remember. 1280 by 720. So now this, as you see, this is not transparent because this is not the overlay. And what I did is I went here and I selected my colors. So I want to make sure that you understand a couple of simple things about Canva. Number one, you could pre-upload and preset your brand colors in Canva. And you would do that when you're first signing up for Canva. And also know that even if you don't, because I want to keep it really easy and simple, don't worry, because when you first start uploading things, like let's say you upload your logo, for example, you see here, look what it did for me. The photo, because I uploaded the StreamYard transparent logo and the Canva transparent logo, and even though they look similar, they're not the same hex color. The hex color is the numerical number that each color online has so that you get the exact color. So even though I did not upload my brand colors, let's just say that for this case, it would help me by bringing it up. So now look what happens. I'm going to go here and look what happens. Do you see this? Now it picked up different colors based on these graphics. So for example, in this instance where I have different graphics, right? It's picking up the different colors of the different graphics. So today, what I did is to create this, I first decided to say, okay, I want to go to the file and I want to create a new design. Let's say, for instance, create a new design. Okay. I'm going to do custom dimensions and I'm going to do 1280 by 720. And I'm going to create a new design. So I'm starting from the beginning and I'll go back so you can see the other. Right now, when I look in here, it is white. So for me, since I have a history, it'll show me the colors for Bizniversity because I have a history. But let's say I don't have a history. What I can do is I can upload my logo and it'll pick it up. In this case, of course, I've already uploaded my logo. So I'm going to look for my uploads and I'm going to look for my logo. This is my logo. and I'm going to put it in there, right? And the reason why I'm doing it like this is because look what I wanted to happen. Do you see that? The colors appeared here. So now I can say, okay, well, that was great that I uploaded my logo because I didn't know the hex colors for my logo. Let's just presuppose, or let's suppose that that is so. So I say, well, I can go ahead and do this blue background similar to my logo. What I usually like to do is I like to try different colors. So if I start that, I can say, well, let's see how it looks with green, right? And then I could also say, well, I don't like green. Now, before I've used this color, and you see that for this yellow color, it brought up this color, which I can use, but I always like to use a different yellow. So yes, my yellow is slightly different than my logo because when I brought in this flywheel for our logo, because truly this is our logo, which has white, blue, green, black. This is our true color. And then we decided to add this flywheel is called, because this is our Bizniversity strategic growth system and the steps. So we decided to add it. Now this, as you see here, it's showing it slightly different, but I like to use that. So that's what I added, right? So you can decide what color you want. And then look what happens when I move it. Do you see that? When I move this in Canva, my logo, it'll show me where are the borders. And I want you to be mindful of that and play with that and look for it when you're creating a design in Canva. Where are those borders? Because it will make a difference on your image depending if you're in StreamYard versus doing an image for Facebook or versus doing an image for Zoom. So the first thing I did was start with the logo. So let's just pretend I want to do the logo there, and I'll keep it there, right? And let's just pretend I'm going to go ahead and pick an event that I have that I'm going to do on Facebook Live, and I'm going to go to my website. And we have 2 events coming up that I'm going to announce that are free. And I had not created this for them. I'm going to copy and paste this of an upcoming event. And I'm going to go here to my StreamYard, and I'm going to go to the text image. Now, I'm going to add this. See, I went to text, add heading. I'm going to move it here, and then I'm going to copy paste that, and I'm going to throw it in there. And then I'm going to have to adjust it to how I want it to look. But do you see what happens when I adjust it? I always have to look for those lines to help me move my elements. My text at this time. Let me use the same terminology that Canva uses. So I'm going to create this, and I might say, well, I want to go and change that, and I'm going to keep it to that blue color. And this is just me picking, right? And I'm going to pick that to be the color that I'm going to use here for this particular Canva upcoming event that I'm going to announce. And then I can say, well, you know what else I want to add here? I want to add that this is part of Live Biz TV. So I can go ahead and upload something else I have. In this case, I have already uploaded it, which is our Live Biz TV logo, because yes, I do have a separate logo. And by the way, all these logos that you see me sharing here, I created them myself. I am not a professional graphic designer. Okay, I don't claim to be one. As a matter of fact, Dorothy, you might have heard me say that I usually tell people that I'm not very good with the graphic design. Okay, and I've been getting better, but I'm not very good. But I wanted to show people this. So now you see, look where I put it, and it's right in the corner. And I want you to notice this because I put it above that line frame that it shows there, right? And yet, when you look at our current StreamYard, after I created this one, saw that I needed to make it lower than that, and I put it in the corner. And that's what you currently see live on this video, is that the Live Biz TV show logo, I actually put it under that invisible line. And you may want to do that. It is totally up to you. Then this is about simple secrets to boost your email marketing. I'm going to look and see what photos have I used in the past, and if I've had some photos that I've recently used. And by the way, in this account, I have access to everything because it's a paid account. So many of these may not be available in the free account, which, by the way, the free account has a lot of good stuff. Okay. And that was our Zoom for Halloween. So I'm looking to see, okay, what do I want to use? And by the way, I can also do, if I don't want to do recently used, I can say, let me pick something that has like an email background. I can pick that and I can say, I kind of like this. Let's see how that looks. So I can do that if I wanted to add a picture, right? And then look what else I can do. When I click on this image, I can go effects and I can remove the background. Let's see how that looks. I can remove the background from this image. And this is cool because this is something relatively new that Canva created, I believe, this year. And in this case, it just puts a woman there. So I may not want to use it. Now, I may say, geez, I wish I hadn't done that. Well, guess what? No worries, because look at this wonderful button up here. Undo. I can undo it. And oh, no, I changed my mind. I want it back. So I can have that and no problems. And by the way, I guess they may still be testing this because sometimes it does come up with an error that says that it is not working or there was a problem. So that is not perfect, but it works pretty well. So I can go back and say, let me go back to the photos that I used in the past. And let me see if I find one that I like better. I'm going to put see all. Just for the sake of time, I'm looking for a specific one, but if I don't find it, because I want to make this easy, because my intent is that you feel confident and feel like you can do these 2 images on Canva when you're not a pro, when you're not an expert. So let's see if I can find, I'm looking for one that I've used often. And let's see. Do you have any questions as I'm looking here?
Yes, Canva auto saves, correct?
I'm sorry?
Canva auto saves for you, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, yes. And that's a great question. And I always like to save too, but yeah, it auto saves. So you don't really have to worry, but I always confirm, is it saved? But yeah, it does it automatically. So that is not there. Now, let me see if I do something here. Like if I go back to one of my designs, well, maybe I don't want to do that. Would it bring it back? It might, but I'm going to stay here. Just, I don't want to confuse people. But you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to use something that I've uploaded, which is one of my own images, like I did in this one. So I'm going to look for my image, right? And I can choose to have this image. I can say, you know what? I'm going to put this image. I'm going to put it here in the corner. Right? I'm going to make it bigger, and then I'm going to background remove, and I'll remove the background from that.
That's an amazing, that is an amazing capability.
Yes. So you can remove the background. I want to make it slightly bigger, right? And there I am. I can put, there you go. I'm going to leave that there. If I don't like this here, I can move it slightly like that. Right? And then one of the things I may want to do is I want to put here, where is this happening? Like I did on this one. If you look at this one, I have this here. So this is called an element. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to select element. And because I've used it and I use it often, it's here and recently used. And I'm going to bring it here. And as you see, it's white. But look at this. If I start looking for that, there it goes. And I'm going to bring it across. And I'm going to make it smaller, right? And now I can do here, I can cut this and say, no, I'm going to put myself behind that bar. And then here I can say, well, do I really want this to be there? Perhaps not. I may have to change it. So I might make this smaller, which you see how easy it is. I may bring this up and I may adjust it. And then I'll decide, you know what, I'm going to keep this here instead, because this is actually going to be to announce. And then because this is Facebook Live, I'm going to look for the Facebook Live. This is just me and things that I use. You will do it according to whatever it is that you're using. I like to use this Facebook Live, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually crop this. I'm going to crop this so that it takes out all that extra white space. There you go. And I'm going to hit there, and then I'm going to bring it down. And what I like to do is I want to align it so it looks as close as possible to this size. And this is how I do it. I don't know, if it's right or wrong. I don't know any of that. This is just the way that I do it. And I'm going to put it here. And like I said, I'm not a graphic designer, but you see how it told me that that was kind of the center, even though this looks off. So I may want to see, oh, well, maybe I need to move this because now I moved this from the center, right? So maybe I need to move this a little bit. Wait, it's moving the whole thing. Let me go back. This is what I want to move. And you see, you got to play with it because you see what it's doing.
It's grabbing the whole thing.
Because it made it a whole element, which, to be honest with you, I don't know how to mess with that very well. My beloved Gabriel, he's constantly using that for like all the elements. I don't know how to use them, but supposedly what happens is that all the elements start coming together, and then it becomes like one whole thing, and you can separate it. But I'm not going to try and do that because that's not something that I do very well. But that should be in the center, right? Actually, it's telling me it's not. There you go. This is the center of this, not the center of the page, but the center of where I created this in this Canva graphic. So is this becoming easy to understand? What do you think, Dorothy?
I think it is, yes. It shows how easily you can bring in or drop out elements and move them around. And I really like the lines that help you to place things as well, because I'm your basic newbie on this, and it's really an easy to use tool.
Absolutely. And so you saw that I'm going to add more text. So what I'm doing here, and by the way, similarly to the hex color of your brand may have also different fonts. Now, I usually use Open Sans because it's a sans serif, meaning it doesn't have the little corners and everything on my emails, on my website. So I looked for that here too, even though for graphics, and the reason why I do that, by the way, so you want to do that for branding, absolutely. For me, the second reason is because I like people online on my email marketing campaigns, on my website copy, to be able to see the same graphics throughout. And easy graphics, independent of whether you have an iPhone or an Android. Now, in graphics, other than for branding purposes, it may not be necessarily extremely important. And by the way, I also don't claim to be a branding specialist. And I say this to you because I know people like to claim many things and they like to do many different things. I'm an email marketing expert and I'm a marketing professional, and I do all these additional things, not claiming to be the expert at them, just a disclaimer. So, and the reason I keep saying that also is because I want you to feel confident that you can do this. It's not hard. So here, Dorothy, should I keep it yellow or should I make it white?
Why don't you try it out with white and we'll see.
Yes, I think I'm going to make it white because it pops out, right?
We can always go back.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to look for other elements, other graphics, pardon me, that I have uploaded. For example, for today, and I use this one a lot, and this is just a graphic that I've had for a long time. And you want to make sure that, if you are using graphics, to get them from, either buy them or get them from one of the free different ways that we can have it, which one of them is Pixabay. So you can get that. So I've been using this one for a long time. I don't know where I got it from. So this one is free, so I might just make it free. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And what you just said about Pixabay, I use that a lot. It's a great resource, and you know that you're okay using that stuff.
Absolutely. And what I like to do, I like to save this, right? I like to save this with the name. Oops. Make sure I type it in here. This one is page number 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put StreamYard. This is the way that I like to save them. StreamYard 12. What was the size here? See, I forgot already. 1280 by 720. Now, I like to do that because when I download it, I want to see what the name is. right? So I might just put that here since it's just one image. And now when I download it, and I may not need all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it shorter because I also have a tendency. So let me just leave it like that, boost emails, right? And I'm going to go ahead and download that. That's page number 2. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want you to see how this works. See, it gave me which page do I want to download and how. High quality images are PNG, so I would download this as a PNG. That is your best bet to work online. And then I'm going to select page 2. In some files, you may want to compress, which has a lower quality. That is up to you, and you need to play with that to see. So I'm going to download this. And now, because it was only one image, or they call it one page, I have it. But you notice now I can share it, save this, and I'll save it in my 2020 images folder inside my computer. And that's it. So now what else am I going to do? Just for kicks, I'm going to show you what else you can do. But I want to use this image now inside of my Facebook cover page. You asked earlier if sizes were here. And for many, many different things, there are sizes and size templates inside of Canva. I did not find one for StreamYard, but look at this. We have one for Facebook cover. So I can go here and it says, I'm going to resize this, and look what it does. Copy and resize. Now I could play with this, and in this case, because it wasn't very close, it did not automatically fix everything, as you can see, because maybe I might want to do this. Maybe I might want to do this. And by the way, I do this like this, but similarly, you can go here and you can say position backwards, and now I have the actual this. And look, see, I can go there if I want to. I like to move it and see what's going on with this. And remember, if you're not sure, you could always go back. Okay, well, let me just move things around. I put it right there, and I can say, well, let me bring this over. Where is that line? Maybe there. And let me move this over, maybe there. And I like that. I'll tell you why. Look what happened. I thought it was there, but in truth, this is a little further. It's telling me I can take it a little bit over there. And there, and now I can continue tweaking this so that it'll go on my Facebook cover too. Make sense?
Absolutely.
So that, I just want to show you real quickly what you can do. But let's go back to all my designs that I had once again. And I'm going to go to my recent designs, which is for the 1280 by 720 StreamYard overlay. Okay, and I'm going to go here. So same size, 1280 by 720. What is the difference that we can do this? First and foremost, to create an overlay, you need to remember that you need to start with a white background. I don't know if that's true for sure. Maybe you can do it without it, because I'm going to show you that the Canva tool allows you. Oh, Johnny Reagan, it's so good that you're here. Good that you're joining us. Awesome. Yes, please feel free to post any questions there. So you went inside of Canva, you selected 1280 by 720. I select the white background, and then I more or less calculated, because here initially I put this within the green, the line, the magical line that we see there, right? And then as you see here on our live StreamYard, what happened, I actually put it lower. So it's totally up to you what you want. And by the way, when you look at the back end of StreamYard, okay, what you'll notice is that StreamYard, the traditional one, and let me see if I can actually switch and show you the different backgrounds in StreamYard. Let's see if I can change the overlay while I'm here. Okay, so you see the StreamYard overlay that we have? This is the traditional StreamYard. They give you that. And as far as I can tell, you can put up to 5 different StreamYard overlays in your StreamYard. What that means is, let's say that, like me, I happen to share the StreamYard with my beloved Gabriel, because he's only done one. So I can keep in there different StreamYards for him, but also you could have different accounts. Like if I wanted to go to the Velopista Photo TV, which is his account, I can change that and I can add different ones. Now, I don't know for sure if you start with the basic, because during the Bizniversity Speakers Growth Summit, if you recall, Dorothy, because you were my guest at one of the shows, I upgraded to the $50 a month StreamYard, which I have to go and check because I'm going to downgrade. Maybe, I'm not sure, because right now I have way too many tools that I'm using. But it allows you to go to different channels. So like me, if you have different Facebook pages and Facebook groups, if you have LinkedIn and YouTube, it allows you then to be able to go live on all of them. So because of that, when you go to the back end here and look at the overlays, you may want to have different shows, and then the overlay might want to be different. What I want to show you is that the big difference between the first graphic that we created to announce that you're going live on Facebook on StreamYard, for example, was not transparent. The overlay is transparent. And all you have to do for that is you go here, like you're going to download, and you see it gives you different options. I'm going to go ahead and pick PNG again, high quality, and then this beautiful button does something similar to what this button did. Remember, the effects button was allowing us to, if this was a picture, take the picture out. In this case, it's going to download it, and I'm going to select page number 1, and I'm not going to do it because I already saved it, and I'm going to download this as a transparent background. And that's it. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions, Dorothy?
Well, then what would you do to create a new design from that? Would you bring that up and then start laying in other graphic elements?
Yes, but I would keep it simple. So let's say, for the sake of time, do you want to create some type of graphic here? Let's say, I don't know, let's look at elements. Give me some idea. Oh, let's say I want to add this, join us, right?
Join us.
That's already there.
That's enough.
Okay, let's see how that looks. I don't want to put it that, but let's change the colors. So maybe, well, that's not an enough color. Let's just keep it like this. But let's say I want to do it blue and like that, right? And then I want to tilt it a little bit. Let's just pretend. Maybe that's still too big, right? And now I'm going to call this StreamYard overlay join us, right?
Okay.
And just because I like to find things, I'm going to save that here. Okay, and actually I'm going to take this one out. Well, you'll see it. I'm going to take this one out, right? And I'm going to try to put this one. So once again, this is page number 1. I'm going to download here as an high quality PNG. I'm going to go transparent background, and I'm going to download. Now that's preparing my design, and then I'm going to upload it here so you see how it gets done.
That's great, because you're just repeating the same process. It becomes, I can see that it would become really quite easy once you've done it even a couple of times.
Absolutely. So I'm going to save it. It's called Join Us. Oh, well, it downloaded incorrectly. So let's go back here because I downloaded the entire thing. That means that I downloaded.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and close these for a second because we're done with those, and let's go back to here. So that's good that that happened. I apparently did it wrong. So we go back, PNG, transparent, and not all 11 pages because that's a zip file, which, by the way, side note, Dorothy, inside the 2020 Virtual Bizniversity Speakers Growth Summit, you notice that I put buttons for the affiliates to just click a button and download a zip file which contained different images.
Right.
This is how I did it. I went to Canva, and in one Canva file, I put all the images, and then I went download as a zip file. Then I uploaded it into my Bizniversity.com Kajabi account. I put it behind the button, and now when someone wanted to have different images, to share the summit on Facebook, I downloaded all those images in one zip file there. Then I resized for Instagram and I downloaded it all in one zip file and I put it in there. Easy?
Excellent.
So let's download it. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so it downloaded, and let me see if I can find it. I'm going to go and I'm going to go behind the back end of StreamYard. I'm going to look for that and I'm going to upload it and then I'm going to select it and then you're going to see how that looks.
Huh.
And now I'm going to stop sharing for a second. And now there we go.
That's great.
For some reason, I'm doing the wrong one. Let me see. I think I may have two at the same time. I don't know I think I didn't upload it right. Wait, there it is. I don't know why the Speakers Grow Summit logo came up. See, I told you I'm not an expert, but I have it there, right? Now, before we finish, because I kind of went over time, I want to make this short. What about that video? What if we create a quick video on Canva? That was not planned. This is a bonus, right?
Okay.
Let's do a bonus. Awesome. So let's do a screen share again. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to close out of here. I'm going to go here, all my designs, and I'm going to create a design. And I'm going to go with those custom dimensions. What were they again?
1280, 720.
I'm going to create a new design. Now, let's take a look at if Canva has like a countdown or, I don't know, let's see something with email because I'm doing the email one. And let's see if they actually have videos. And as you can see, they have different videos, but I want to look in the videos to see if they have anything with emails, whatever, only because I'm still talking about this simple secrets to boost your email marketing results. So let's see, at no extra cost with the paid Canva account, I have 2.5 million videos to choose from. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And for the sake of time, I'm going to select this one. And you see it says Pro, right? As you see, it doesn't cover the whole thing. So in this case, I am going to bring it to the end. I'm going to take a look at what that looks like. And I can say, well, you know what? I like that. And what I'm going to do to that is I'm going to use my uploaded logo. I'm going to put it kind of like here. And this is a little hard. Well, actually, can you still see that? Okay.
Yeah.
This screen, I can't really see very well on this screen. But I'm showing you this because I want you to know that on videos, you can also put logos if you wanted to. And it might have to go a little bit higher, right? And I can say, well, this is going to be the logo that I'm going to use towards the end. But let's just put some text in that, right? Maybe we'll put some text in that. I'm going to keep it there. And I'm going to make it smaller, 48. And what color should I do this? Blue?
Blue, as long as it doesn't disappear against the background. Oh, that looks
right.
good.
And here's the deal. I can decide that I want to do it like that, but you can't see my logo. So maybe I'll put it down here.
Right.
And let's see how that plays. And that could be what I use for the end of this. But listen to this. Look what else I can do. I can add a page, right? I can go back to the videos and I can make this video be longer by adding these other, let's see how this works now. I haven't tried this, okay? Because remember I said you can have several and they can download as one full page, right? So let's play with this. Since we're already doing this, let's play with this. I think I got all the corners right.
So does it play them in sequence?
Well, that's what we're going to take a look at. So do we want to do another one? I mean, that one is dark. We have different colors, and I don't know. The thing is also that these don't have, let's see, some of these have sounds, by the way. In this particular case, this one doesn't. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. Pardon me. I don't know, as Dorothy well knows, I'm a digital marketer, and people often think that that means I'm very techie. I am not techie, so I don't even know how to mute myself to cough on StreamYard yet. So I apologize. I'm just being truthful. I am not a techie person. She knows that because she produced our event, and I didn't know anything about Zoom. I'm intending to change that. And we're going to be actually announcing in the future, we're going to do some further training where Dorothy's actually going to be doing some training. Yes, Dorothy?
Yes, that's right.
So let's just play with this, and let's say video for boost, or let's call it StreamYard video. Let's see how that came out, and then we'll be done. So
Okay.
I'm going to, this time, I'm going to do something different. What do we have? And it's not perfect, and I'm going to use it today. Hopefully it'll allow me to download it. But I'm going to download now as a video and all 4 pages.
Huh.
Let's see what happens. So while that's preparing, any questions that you have?
No, I'm just glad to at least see the video piece of this because I wasn't aware of that. Now, is that strictly the paid account, the access to videos? Do you know?
Very good question, and I don't know the answer.
Okay. Well, I'm going to check it out because I have the free account. I'll check it out, and then we'll post something in Facebook about it.
Absolutely, but hold on, because I can actually show you my dashboard. How cool is that? Look at this. I know it looks like a lot, but here, you see where the videos are? You could also upload up to 4 videos. So they give you this one, which is the countdown. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to upload this video that I just created.
Right.
So let me see here. If I find it, I'm going to go under downloads. Downloads, see if it's here, or did I lose it somewhere in the Never Never Land? Let's see. I may have lost it. So let me get out of here for a second. Stop screen share. Let me look for where, oh, it's not saved. That's why. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in a file here where I'm able to find it. Let me put that here in, let's see if I have something here. Yeah, for me, this is one of the silliest things, but I'm constantly, if I don't look carefully where I upload things in my computer, Dorothy, I can't find it. That's what happens all the time. So
I
for
will say one
this,
thing in Canva that's very helpful. When you first download it, it automatically goes into a downloads folder. So when in doubt, go look in the downloads folder.
very good, and that kind of makes it simple. Well, I don't know where I'm putting my recording, so for now, what I'm going to do is I might put it like if it's part of the, as it's part of the SGS videos, because I'm not finding where to put it, and I need to, I'm going to call it 2020. Oh, it is there, promo videos. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here. Now, hopefully that I know where that is. I'm going to go to the back end, and you can't see what I'm doing, can you?
No, you need to share again.
Okay, but I'm just looking in my computer for the file that we just downloaded, and then we're done. And we're going to see how that looks.
See how it runs.
Any other questions, Dorothy, as I'm trying to look for this file?
No, this has been really great. And the one thing I will say is I know I even found a template. I'd been playing around with doing a Zoom background. And lo and behold, Canva had a pre-sized template for a Zoom background. So if in doubt, go into their templates and just do a search because they really have a lot of different options there.
Absolutely. And look, first of all, let me show you what that looked like after I downloaded. Hold on. So after we've selected different images or pages, as they're called, in Canva, look what happened.
It played it in sequence.
Absolutely. You see, it's just going. That one was a long video, but look,
That's cute.
it just created it as a video. And that's it.
Great.
So you can use videos at the beginning of StreamYard that you can create in Canva, like a countdown, and you can use videos at the end of StreamYard if you want to, like, if I had made a better video, I would have, like announced, now I can use that video and announce my upcoming free training that I'm doing, which I could have just used this. You see how this one is kind of cool, similar to the beginning of StreamYard. So I could have just used this one.
Yeah.
And that is it. We are done. Any other questions before we say goodbye?
No, I don't think so. Learned a lot. That's great.
That is great. And by the way, I also want to show you that here we have an option, which I now discover. It gives you 3, 4, 5, 7 different panels on how you can set up your StreamYard. So there you see that it allows me to have that. And then if I wanted to cover the whole thing, now I selected that. So hope you have some fun playing with StreamYard as well as with Canva. And I hope this was useful. And we will share this with the Gina Carr Video Rockstars for those people who were interested. And we'll also share it with Pegin's Power Women for those who wanted to check it out. And it'll be, of course, in all our pages, the Bizniversity public page, as well as the Speakers Growth Summit public page. I want to thank you, Dorothy, for joining us.
Teaching me and letting me ask questions. It was fun.
And please, once again, just say who you are and let people know how they may contact you if they need help with any virtual event that they may be doing.
I'm Dorothy Erlanger. I'm your virtual event producer. You do what you do best and let me do the rest. Probably the easiest thing, since I don't have it written out on the page, is just find me on Facebook and send me a message.
Awesome. So I want to thank you for watching this. Please comment wherever this video is posted. Let us know your thoughts, your question, and we'll be happy to answer. For now, I'm Evie Hernandez, Strategic Growth Speaker at Bizniversity.com, wishing you a great rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in.